Hi Ranjit sir, how are you doing?
Good, Sai. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing well. So I had a question, so I just thought of catching up with you.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So last week I met a bunch of my friends for dinner. So in our dinner conversations lately, what I have noticed is that all our dinner conversations are about their managers and the stress which is bringing into their lives. Okay. Now I really wanted to understand: does the behavior of a manager really affects an employee to that extent?
Yeah, Sai, it's a very wonderful question. So, managers' behavior does impact employees, no doubt about it. But there are ways wherein you can, or an employee can let that behavior not impact them. So, if they consider the manager and be aware of what is the objective that the manager is trying to achieve through the behavior. If they try to understand and get aware of that, they will understand that there is an objective that the manager is trying to achieve. Behavior is only something which is letting him or her achieve that objective. So if we get to be aware of that objective, and if we partner with the manager in that objective, then two things will happen. Obviously, manager will start seeing you as a partner. And second thing is, you will not get impacted by the behavior.
Okay. Okay. So what you're saying is that the manager is behaving in a certain way because he's also responsible to respond to someone.
True.
Okay. So Ranjit sir, I wanted to understand, how does a manager's behavior affect an employee?
Beside, it definitely affects the employee. And let's take an example. If, for an example, if an employee has a manager who is a micromanager,
Mm-hmm.
like someone who is literally micromanaging everything that is this employee is been assigned to with or is tasked with. So what happens generally is that that employee will make sure or do everything to make sure that the quality of stuff that is going to this manager is problem free, is issue free. So what will happen is this employee will try to engage with his or her team
Mm-hmm.
to ensure that everything that they are doing is issue free. So this employee will be very critically examining everything that the team is delivering. So it will change completely the behavior of the employee with the team
Okay.
because the employee is becoming very critically examining or very critical about what the team is doing, so that to ensure that the everything that they are delivering to the manager goes problem free, issue free.
Hmm.
So obviously, it will not only impact the employee because it will be stressful because the employee is doing something, changing the way he or she is operating because of the manager. And also, it will impact the team's morale because now the manager is more critically examining, more questioning, doubting, and all those things are happening, correct? So it will start impacting the overall morale of the team. So
Okay.
hence it starts impacting, that's how it starts impacting the employee
Okay.
overall because they are reacting to what the manager is demanding of them.
Hmm.
Correct? They're reacting to demanding of them, and they are changing the way they are operating. So
Okay.
obviously it will impact, it will create stress, it will build up that much more tension within them, and also it will create an impact for the team.
Okay. Okay. How, what can the employee do so that the manager's behavior doesn't impact him or her?
See, one of the important thing we have to understand is whoever is the manager, end of the day, the manager is no different than the employee. And why I say that is the manager is also human.
Correct.
So obviously, whatever they are doing from their behavior, they are trying to achieve an objective.
Exactly.
Behavior is just a way of achieving that objective.
Yes.
Okay. So once we know what is the objective that the manager is trying to achieve through this behavior, okay, through this behavior, it will help us to understand what's really going through that manager,
Hmm.
what the manager is really dealing with.
Okay.
And it will help us, that awareness will help us to support, to partner with the manager in whatever he or she is dealing with or going through.
Okay.
So let's take an example of this micromanager as we spoke about, like a manager who is a micromanager. See, from the example, you might realize when you reflect on, when you try to understand as an employee, when you try to understand your manager, you might realize that the manager is insecure about something,
Yeah.
insecure about losing his job or her job, insecure about the promotion that he or she wants for the next year. Like they're
Hmm.
insecure about that, and hence they are showing up that insecurity through a behavior of controlling everything so that nothing falls apart and everything comes in a very successful way, so that it reflects in their longevity in the company
Okay.
or their growth in the company. Correct. So it is coming from insecurity.
Okay.
So once if the employee is aware of this and then tries to be a partner to that manager in resolving, in solving, in attending that insecurity, the manager will feel very comfortable with the employee
Okay.
because they are partner in it right now.
Hmm.
Right? They are partner in it. So once the manager becomes comfortable with the employee, he or she will naturally start trusting that employee and giving that employee the space they want to operate.
Hmm.
Right? So they will become partners. Truly, they will become partners. So they will get that space to operate, give the employee the space to operate. Obviously, it will mean that the employee doesn't have to change his or her way of style of working.
Hmm.
So once the trust develops, then the employee can create that trust or give that trust to his team or her team. Right?
Hmm.
And they can operate in a more open, spacious manner instead of operating in a very constricted manner.
Okay.
So it really helps if you understand or be aware of what is driving the manager in exhibiting the behavior they are exhibiting. And
Okay.
once we know that, we can partner with them
Okay.
and truly become a partner in what he or she is delivering. And that will change the equation, that will give you more space to operate, that will create trust in your relationship. And as I said, the manager and the employee will truly start operating as partners.
So, Ranjit, what can the employee do so that the manager's behavior or any other leader's behavior doesn't impact him or her?
So it's like a three-step process, Sai. The first and foremost is for the employee to step back and reflect and make himself or herself aware of where this behavior of the manager is coming from.
Okay.
Instead of reacting to that behavior, first reflect and be aware of where this behavior is coming from.
Okay.
Second is to truly partner with the manager in
Mm-hmm.
enabling that objective or the reason for that behavior or the
Okay.
objective that the manager is trying to solve.
Hmm.
And the third thing is to and third thing what will happen is it will create a trust between the manager and the employee,
Okay.
and to utilize that trust in order to deliver what the manager wants,
Hmm.
which so it's a three-step process. First, being aware. Second, being partner to the manager to
Hmm.
his or her objective. And third is utilizing that trust to deliver what the manager really wants to achieve.
Okay. Thank you, Ranjit.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Sure, bye.